Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Merry Christmas edition here. It's Christmas time. Oh, Christmas time. Merry Christmas to you, to yours. I'll say at the beginning of the show. We did a NBA video today, me and Chip, and I mentioned at the end, but I should really probably say at the beginning if people don't watch. Merry Christmas to everybody from me, Chip, Jim, the entire crew here. People you see, you don't see who do the videos with us. We appreciate you here. gamblersWORLD, Winner Circle, ourselves individually. You take a couple minutes out of your day to watch, some comment, some leave a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs off, whatever. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope you have a good holiday with your family, doing whatever you're doing. And, of course, going into the new year, we wish you all the best health-wise and happiness, and, of course, some winners. We try to, deliver some happiness with some care packages under the tree here in NFL action, but just in general. You take the, if you bet games, you're just taking little things for granted that you don't even realize that it's just something's like breathing. You just take it for granted. Next thing you know, blink of an eye, it's gone, folks. So just we're thankful for you and we appreciate you. So thank you for that. Now going to what? Hit the like button. Let's go. Notification bells on. You know what to do here. Why are we dabbling around? You want to get to the picks? We'll get to the picks. Winner Circle YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, notification bell on so you know when we do our free pick videos. They're daily. You see me here 5 days a week. You got Chip Chirimbes a couple days a week with Paul Bovey, Jim Feist, Scott Pritchard. He does the weekends with the NFL football. Free picks galore. Live shows on Monday night and on Friday, football live. Check it out. You like your football? It's dwindling down, but we're going to have you covered here, whether it's a bowl game, a playoff game, a college playoff game, and regular NFL. We were complaining about games last night, Chip. I'm going to, before I get to gamblersworld.net, all the premium stuff at gamblersworld.net, okay? $69.99 day passes, regular daily passes, 3 730-day packages guaranteed. We show you a profit over time. We credit you back. Use the leaderboard. Win or lose, always the truth. No hiding from the records. Chip, I just said the season's coming to an end. Merry Christmas to you again this morning.
Thank you.
We already did an NBA video. You got a double dip of us today. I say this because people want to complain about crappy Sunday night games. It's the Cowboys. It's the Browns. It's the Saints last night. You got a month of football left, people. Because why do I feel like on February 9th, people are like, oh, I can't wait till football comes back. Really? Because all you did was bitch and complain when you had some crappy matchup on a Thursday night or a Monday night game and you're complaining. Enjoy what you got here, folks. It is what it is, Chip, on a Monday night, right? I mean, do they know how the schedule works?
I used to have a friend who used to say, there's got to be a winner one way or another. Either there's an over and under or you're taking or giving the points. The matchups, last night, Monday night was I passed on Monday, and I've done very, very well on those Thursday, Saturday, and Monday nights. Hit the last three. So as a matter of fact, the football this past week was great for me. Hit both bowl games, the Megabucks and Notre Dame, game of the year at Ohio State. Went 5-1-1 in the NFL for the week. And, sometimes you have to weed through these matchups. Sean, we've got such an issue here where we were discussing earlier. There's so many weak teams. I mean, terrible, terrible teams that barely can field an 11 out there and have been atrocious the entire year. I mean, Tennessee couldn't cover that's ridiculous what they're doing. They're setting all kinds of NFL point spread records in futility. You have Kansas City can win 14 in a row and lose seven of them in a row against the points. So it's really something out there as far as these games go. I kind of like what's coming up this weekend. Some of the matchups. We've got on Christmas Day. I think there's two great games out there, and I like them both.
Well, yes. The schedule makers did help out the cause a little bit by backloading the schedule with a lot of division games, right? Everybody's playing each other, which is nice, right? You got things that you think would decide divisions and things like that. But the problem is that you have so many teams that are horrendous that it doesn't make a difference.
They're not.
It really doesn't. In some
bettable.
spots.
The Giants aren't even bettable. I mean, these teams. It's just I don't think you can give them enough. How many points can you take? How many points can the bookmakers make it? I mean, you got the Giants being 10, 11.5 point underdogs at home. It's silly. It's the way these teams have just lost. I don't know, any kind of ability to compete.
They
It's amazing to me.
they wanted their parity. They got it in spades. It's not in parity. I mean, you have a lot. I mean, I think you have more teams that have less than 5 wins than you do teams with like 9 wins.
You know, it used to be they didn't want this one dominant team, and I think a dominant team like when we had the Niners, and I think it's good for football because you have everyone that knows who they are, and a lot of people are either against them or for them, and everyone has an opinion on those teams. When they're like this and they're all middle of the road or trodden, Kansas City has been unimpressive, 14-1. They've done it all with their defense.
14-1. They haven't played a good game yet this year.
Yeah.
Which is frightening. That's the scary part because it's like how when they have a home game in the playoffs, how the heck are you betting against them?
How about this? They're the only team that hasn't scored 30 points. I'm talking about the Chiefs.
With Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT, right? He's the best guy ever. It's really – and you talk about the Giants. I had the Giants last week at 9.5. I'm like, you're going to give me 9, and I know – and I get like little comments like, oh, how do you bet them? They're tanking. Well, teams don't – a franchise might tank. The players ain't tanking because those guys – you're on a –
jobs. Players have to save their jobs. I mean,
you're on a lame duck staff or whatever, or the coach might be fired at the end of the season, or maybe he's already fired, or they're looking for jobs because it's been a bad year. Offensive coordinator's going to be out the door. These players are looking. You don't think these GMs or whoever's evaluating towns be like, this is the guy's body language. This is what you always hear about character guys. You want that guy on your team when things go bad. Unless you're some elite top of the line guy, they're not bringing that act to town. Hello, Jet fans. How's that working out with Rob? You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys aren't looking to tank. You were going to give me 9 points against a rookie making his first start. I'll take a shot. And it looked good for a drive. They scored a touchdown. It was out the window. But you mentioned this week, 8 points. The Colts, you really want to lay 8 points with the Colts outside? With Anthony Richardson? That guy completes 47% of his passes or whatever the heck he does? Are you kidding me? It's a bad product. They talk about the NBA being a bad product. And even, I bash him, the floppy all the time, LeBron James. At least he came out and said the game's not good because people shoot threes left and right. Thank goodness they have one of their players say it because the bosses aren't saying nothing. They encourage this nonsense. The NFL's got a problem too because the quarterbacking is terrible. They went so heavy with all these penalties to encourage throwing. They don't develop any quarterbacks. I mean, really.
Yep.
We think Caleb Williams is really good or Boning. Maybe they will be. To me, I don't get carried away based on one kind of thing. How's Trevor Lawrence looking for everybody? That guy. I mean, coming into this season, last year the Jaguars were the trendy team, right? Like, wow, they almost beat the Chiefs. This is the team to beat. Yeah, where are they now? Mac Jones is quarterbacking them. Ex-Patriot guy who's a top pick. Whatever. All right, listen, let's talk about we do have a good quarterback going today here in this early game, right? We got an early game here, 1:00 Christmas Day, the Chiefs and the Steelers. So we could say Mahomes is a pretty good quarterback, although he's having a down year by a lot of standards. It's an average year. 14-1. As you mentioned, 7-8 against the spread. The Steelers. This is a spot. If they had beat the Bills, this would be the spot. I think they'd probably wet the bed per se, and the Steelers would steal a home win. 3-point favorite on the road. Total of 44 here early. And folks, I got a premium up on this game. I'm going to give you one side of it here. Same for the other game. It's a couple games, but we're going to give you. Chip's probably the same way. We've got a premium at gamblersWORLD.net, so it's Christmas. Give us a gift. Go buy a daily package there. All right, you got help us out. We're starving here. Feed us. We need more gruel, sir. Right? What movie was that? With
Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. That's not the case by any stretch of the means. What am I going to say here? I'll tell you. Give me the Steelers. This was a 2.5, 3. I saw a 1.5 at one point. This was actually like a 5 at an opener like a week and a half ago. Give me the Steelers here at home. They're kind of desperate. You've lost a couple. And this was a team people were talking about, oh, they're good home field, Pittsburgh. I was like, have you seen their second half schedule? 2 versus Cincy, 2 versus Cleveland, 2 versus Baltimore. You got Philly in there and Kansas City. How the hell were they going to go like 5-1 down the stretch? That wasn't happening. This is still Russell Wilson. This is still a team that lacks playmakers, especially now that Pickens is out. But in this spot here, I'm going to take the Steelers on the money line, Chip. I'm going to go a little money line here. Go ahead.
Well, Steelers are in a bigger need, of course. I mean,
Right.
Kansas City's finally covered 2 in a row after going 7 straight without getting over the number. Pittsburgh's lost their last 2 out there, so I think they're going to be ready to play. They are 7-3 in their last 10. Defense is the key here to me. I think Kansas City's defense is number 3 in the NFL, and like we said, their offense has been very pedestrian this year. They're allowing 18 points a game, 18.5, and the Steelers are giving up under 20. They're both number 7 and number 3 defenses. I think the game stays under the total. Russell Wilson is still not impressive to me. I understand he's taken his team and settled the position. And I think it's an under. I think Kansas City's defense plays the same, and I'm just wondering how much of an effort Kansas City's actually going to make to put points on the board.
Chip is going under the 44. Me, I'm going to go Pitt plus the 115. And again with Pitt, you're getting off 2 straight road losses. What's going to happen when you lose, right, Chip? Like you said, they're a defensive first team. You want to D up. To win, the other team can't score points. So D up a little bit here. Kansas City has not been an offensive juggernaut. Forget this season. The last few seasons, they've been a defensive first team, folks. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, they've been defense. I can't go against here on this total.
Well, the Ravens have gone over once in their last 10 games. They're 1-7-2. So they're really. Excuse me. That is in the last 10 meetings between these two. One game's going over the total. Not Pittsburgh overall, but the last 10 meetings, one game's gone over the total between Pittsburgh and Kansas City.
Yeah. Hey, the one maybe caveat would be Kansas City is still trying to lock up that home field here, right? Because Buffalo can conceivably win out here, and steal the home field because they have the head-to-head. I don't see it though. I think Buffalo might be in a spot where, what are we going to do? We're going to play over our guys all 3 weeks here. I don't see it. I think they'll say, I don't think they think Kansas City is going to lose. I think they're pretty much locked into the 1 seed. I think Buffalo is going to say we're going to be the 2 seed. And Pittsburgh, I think, is the more desperate team here. I get it. People are going to say Kansas City needs the 1 seed still. I say I don't think it makes a difference here. Give me the Steelers. Yeah.
I have to apologize, Sean. I started talking about the Baltimore Houston matchup as opposed right in the middle of the Pittsburgh Kansas City matchup. As far as
I thought you were just saying Ravens instead of Steelers because they just
I just transposed the wrong game.
Well, we'll head into that one right now because basically it's a round robin from the Saturday games, right? Right. I mean, these teams all played Saturday. Now they get the short week here, so it happens. We misspoke and say team names wrong. I just figured that's what happened because Kansas City had just played the Texans and the Ravens had just played, so it mixes up. That's fine. Maybe the comment section would have went wild, but I know what you meant. And here come the Ravens.
And I'm sober.
Yeah, I hope so. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's take it easy on Christmas over there.
I wasn't out last night.
Christmas Eve, easy, man. Slow down on the eggnog there, Clark Griswold.
Bombay.
We got the Ravens and the Texans, a 5.5 now. And again, here's another one. Started out at a 3 spot, 3.5. The Ravens, to me, I like the Ravens. I got a Super Bowl ticket on the Ravens to win. I was high on them all year. A couple crazy losses. I mean, these guys still have 5 losses, which is amazing to me because I think they're still a really good team. I think they can beat the Bills. I think they can beat the Chiefs. They can beat the Eagles. They can beat the Lions, whoever. The Rams, it doesn't make a difference. I think they are just that talented. And you look at this game here, Houston, were they not the trend, right? Everybody kind of liked Houston. No, C.J. Stroud, remember he played these guys in the playoffs last year. Everybody's high on him. Well, dose of reality, folks. I get a year of film on you. I get a year of film on the coach. And then, you know what? A little NFL hits you, and you got some offensive line problems. You lose some wide receivers. You trade for a big wide receiver. How'd that work out for you? Welcome to the NFL where things happen. And the trendy team, a la Jacksonville last year, Houston Texans this year, where are the Texans? They're sitting in first place of a garbage division. They're pretty much locked in here, right? They're in the playoffs. Are we sold on this team? I mean, they're a 5.5-point dog. I think that's all you need to know. This started at 3. It's up to 5.5, Chip.
Well, I think they've been pretty disappointed with their play. I mean, Houston, that is. They've only covered 6 of 15 games. And like you said, I think everyone expected more out of CJ this year. He may have taken a step back, from what we saw last year. It doesn't seem to be as efficient. Now, these two teams, like I said, playing the total, Baltimore is going over. In the meetings between these two, 1-7-2 has gone over the total. So, the Ravens have won the last 5 meetings. They've covered 4 of them, and Houston's defense has kept them alive. They're number 4 in total defense, and this Raven team's number 1 in offense. So it's there's a little conflict going there. They're averaging 30 points a game, are the Ravens, and 427 yards a game, both number 1 in the NFL. But I think this is supposed to be a low-scoring game.
I'll agree with you on the total. It was 40. I got a 47.5 I saw the other day, so it's come down. I'm with you on and under. And much like the Steelers game, you're playing short week kind of stuff. You've been an under team. The Ravens, they're a run team all the time. I know they got the playmakers now at wide receiver. They're throwing the ball a little bit more. But I'm with you on the under here. I'm with you on the under. Texans, you got the problems. You got some wide receiver problems still that are showing their faces, which is going to hurt you for not just today, but probably for your playoff run. Who knows if these guys are coming back. Your offensive line has been sketchy. And then I got a Ravens team that's just maybe they're kind of peaking at the right time for us here, right? I think they're starting to play a little bit. Pittsburgh, you got the Giants who took that bad loss to the Eagles, but you should have beat Pittsburgh the first time you played them. This is a good team, man. I'm high on the Ravens here, but let's go. You want to go under this 46.5? I'll saddle up with you. This game could be really. Are we getting shocked when this game's like 26-16 or something like that? No, don't be, because that's exactly where this game's headed. Under the total 46.5. Got to write it down. I got to keep. I keep track of these. I keep track, Chip. So we got to write them down. How we do? Under 46 times 2. So I got them both in there for us. Official free picks on Christmas Day. There you go. Steelers money line. Chip Chirimbes is coming in under Texans 46.5. You heard us talk about each game for ourselves on the sides as well with who we liked in each other's other games. But these are the free picks, folks. All right. Head on over to gamblersworld.net for the premium action. And honestly, listen, my NFL season, 76 and 79. There you go. You turn on people's channels and the tout seller guys and everybody's saying 80%. I'm 76 and 79 in NFL this year. That's the kind of season I'm having. Ho-hum. What am I going to do? But we got a leaderboard. You see how the cappers are doing. I'm not doing honestly. You know my NFL? That's fine. I don't go. How about my college football is not too bad. 133 and 97. I don't think anybody's close to me in wins. I think I got double the wins of the next guy. I'm having a good college football season. It's just not transparent in NFL. Chip, how's your NFL? You rocking NFL? You have a winning season?
No, the Mega Bucks came back in fine form the last couple of weeks. We had Philadelphia this past week. Against Philadelphia, Washington. Maybe we didn't have to sweat that one until there were 2 seconds left to go in the game, Sean. But the winner's a winner, and I'll take it. The Mega Bucks now are starting to roll again. We had a lull there where we lost, I think, 2 out of 3 weeks, or 3 out of 4 it might have been with the top play. 5-1-1 this past week with Mega Buck winners, Thursday night, Saturday night, Sunday night winners. So I'm really feeling good. These are the big games are on the line right now. We've got a great resume. We've got a great sample size the entire season. So if we can't win now, we're in trouble.
100% agree. Oh, I got a little. Hold on, I got a cough. I got to mute it. Had a little frog in my throat, a little Kermit. Yeah. It happens, folks. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's the end of the NFL season. After today, this is the last 3 weeks, folks. It goes fast. 3 738 packages go fast too. So get one of them. Today's a great day. I don't know if it's still up yesterday you it might be up. Is it still up, Jim? The 10 days for 7-day price? I was gonna say it's still a good time to get that if it was still available. I know what time it expired, but either way, you want a 7-day pass? Get all the NFL. Get a load. I mean, there's a swath of college bowl games up for you. Go get a 7-day package. We don't show you a profit over this bowl and NFL weekend. Well, we credit you back and you go get somebody else. But let's be honest. Between all the bowl games, NFL, and a spattering of college hoops, hockey, and NBA, we're going to make you money over the next week. Make the smart money move and get on board. It's a guaranteed package or we credit you back. Real simple stuff here, folks. For Chip Chirimbes, myself, and the entire crew here at gamblersWORLD.net and the Winner Circle Podcast. So I'll say Merry Christmas again, and that everybody has a great day, a winning day. Hope me and Chip deliver a couple winners for you here on your Wednesday of action. I'll be back tomorrow with Scott Pritchard coming in on for some bowl action. Well, we're not doing bowl games on Thursday, but we will probably talk about the bowl games. We'll be doing college football bowl action for the weekend. Pop-Tarts Bowl, maybe I'll have a Pop-Tarts costume on tomorrow. I'm not having a Pop-Tarts costume. That's a joke, folks. There'll be no Pop-Tarts going on. Merry Christmas. Chip, have a good one, my friend. I'll see you next week. Good luck, everybody. Take care.